My sophomore year of college, my friends and I were talking about the one thing that would shake your faith and make you turn away from the Lord. And I said that if my mom's cancer came back, don't ever have conversations like that. At the end of September of my senior year of college, my mom went to another routine doctor's appointment and the cancer had come back. And everything that I had been praying for growing up was all coming back. But starting the first of the year, as I was starting my second semester, she started doing okay. The doctors let her go back to work. And June 1st, after I graduated, Mom helped me pack up 2 cars full of stuff I didn't need, and we traveled across the country and she moved me from Indiana to New York City. In September, a year after Mom had her diagnosis, she went back and the doctor looked her in the eye and said, "Your cancer is improving so much that they weren't going to call it cancer anymore. They're calling it a well-controlled disease." And all of my fears of losing my mom and all of my fears that I had lived with in high school and that I had talked about in college, they were gone at that point. I was certain that the Lord was going to save her. Right before Thanksgiving that first year I was in New York City, I knew she was going back in for her appointment. I got a call from my dad and I ignored it, and then it followed with a text that said, "Call me as soon as you can." So I went to the bathroom and called him back and got news that the cancer had come back. It had grown in her bones. Everything that had shrunk had doubled in size almost. Though they were treating it with chemo, nothing was going away at this point. And because of how much weight she lost and because she wasn't able to gain more weight back, the doctors couldn't do anything. On December 22nd, 2014, my mom passed away. I threw myself into everything I was doing. I tried so hard to escape everything that just happened. About a month after, that's when reality had set in. I was sad, I was hurt, I was heartbroken, and I was just sad. At the end of January, a colleague of mine sent me a song, and the lyrics just simply said, "Though you slay me, yet I will praise you. Though you ruin me, I will bless your name." In the song, they put a piece of a sermon that John Piper said, and in his sermon he said, "Every millisecond of your pain, every millisecond of your misery in the path of obedience is producing a peculiar glory. Therefore, do not lose heart, but take these truths and day by day preach them to yourself every morning. Get alone with God and preach His word into your mind until your heart sings with confidence that you are new and cared for." Every day, I just preached the truths that I had been taught of who God is. In moments where I was hurting and in tears and didn't have the answers I wanted, I just sang the same simple worship songs over and over and over again to myself so that someday, somehow, I could finally believe again who I knew God was. In the middle of March, after I had been saying this to myself for weeks and weeks, something changed, and suddenly I wasn't saying these things to myself. God was saying them to me. And His promise is that I am His child and that He loves me and that He is with me and that I don't have to be in control and that I can trust Him. It just started ringing true. And though the sadness was still there, I suddenly felt a new hope because I remembered my God conquered the grave, and I know that now. My mom knows that full well. So what do I have to fear? If I were to have that conversation again with my college friends and they were to ask me what the one thing would be that would shake my faith and make me turn away from the Lord, I would laugh because I had no idea how faithful, merciful, and redemptive the Lord can be in spite of your worst fears. you.